Hi, my name is Mohit, and me and my project mate Nakshatra made this application Twitter. So this is the source file for the Twitter application. So first we need to make the database using the command mix ecto.create. So this will create a database as my application already have a database, so it has told me that the database already created. Now we can start the server using mix phx.server. So this command has started the server. Now I have opened 3 tabs in Google Chrome, representing each tab is representing a user. And if I refresh this pages, you can see that the home page of the Twitter has been generated. Now first our task is to create the users. So in the first tab I am creating the user 1 and I am writing the password. So as you can see in the code, user 1 registered successfully. Now we can log in using the same credentials. So in the code you can see welcome back user 1. So it is saying that the user 1 has been logged in, and as the user has logged in, the home page has been changed. So this is the home window where you can see the follow button, send tweet, search hashtag, search user mentions, and the retweet. In the same way we can make multiple users. So I'll be making user 2, and then I'll be logging him in, and the same way user 3. So now we have 3 users in our database, and user 2 will follow user 1. So in the user 2 home page there is a button follow, so he can write the user he want to follow and will be following user 1. So as you can see, you have started following user 1. Message has been displayed on our application, which means that user 2 is following user 1 right now. Now user 1 will send a tweet, my first tweet, and on the click of this button the home page of user 2 has been updated with this tweet user 1 tweeted. And as only user 2 is following only user 1, and user 1 is followed by no one else, so in the user 3 you will find nothing. Now in the same way user 2 can follow user 3 can follow user 2. Now you can see the message, you have started following user 2. And in the same way user 2 can retweet the user 1 tweets using this functionality here, where he will write the name of the user for which he is tweeting and the tweet, like my first tweet. And on the click of retweet, we can see on user 3 window user 2 retweeted user 1's tweet, my first tweet. So we have successfully implemented send tweet and retweet. In the same way we can also do search using the hashtags and search using user mentions. So for example, user 1 tweet, I am tweeting with hashtag cool and mentioning user user 3. So when user 1 will send this tweet, it can be displayed on user 2 because user 2 is following user 1, and anyone in our system can search for hashtags and user mentions. So for example, if user 3 wants to search for hashtag cool, he can search for it, and you can see a message has been displayed here, search result for hashtag cool. I am tweeting with hashtag cool, whatever the tweet was. And in the same way he can search using the user mentions user 3, and then the search results for user 3 at the user 3 I am retweeting. So whatever the tweet will be in the database will be displayed here. And if he tries to search for any junk user like user 10, which is not in our database, so we will say cannot find the username at the user 10 because we don't have any tweet. So this is how the whole Twitter is working. Now let's dig into the code, how code is working. And I want to mention that each and every API which we have written is a JSON based API. So all the sockets which we have written from which are interacting with the backend are using JSON based APIs. So first our entry point is a endpoint. In the endpoint we are starting the gen server, and this gen server is basically the whole and sole engine of our Twitter application, the backend. So in this engine we have specified like all the handle calls which we are doing, like the user registering, user login, user logout, hit counter, send tweet, retweets, and all this stuff. And after that I have implemented the UI of the Twitter using the index.html.eex. In this UI we have mentioned all the input boxes and all the dynamic divs which we are showing you in the front end. And then we have the JavaScript file. In the JavaScript file, first we are making a socket. This socket has been used for the interaction between the backend and the front end. And then we are making a channel. So in this socket we are making a channel, and then we are mentioning all the inputs and all the divs we have in our HTML. So for example, if we click on the search hashtag button, basically we are pushing this this API. Basically we are pushing in the channel this search underscore hashtag API with the parameters, and these parameters are handled by the backend in our channel. So we have implemented multiple handle ints here, and in this we have implemented the channel for register, for login, for logout. And as I was saying that we are sending each and every stuff in a JSON based API. So for example, for search hashtag we are retrieving the hashtag from our APIs, and then we are using the gen server at our backend to send those APIs to the gen server, and the gen server responds back with the results. So those results are pushed back into the socket, either to the follower or the following, depending on the API which we are calling. So this is the whole Twitter application. I hope you like the video. Thank you.